ऐड कर दूं भैया?
कर दो. So I think, see, why I'm asking for beginners is like, till now I think you all are comfortable with the horoscope, like what is lagna, how to see lagna. I think all these things are clear, and we have also covered the karakas of every factors, like for karaka for vehicle, Venus, for mother, moon, like this. I think you all are aware of these basic things.
Yes.
Okay, if anybody is not aware of these karakas, they can unmute and let me know. I'm talking about just basic karakas, not advanced and all. Not, I'm not expecting 100% knowledge on karaka, but I'm just expecting just basic things.
सर मैं न्यू हूँ और मुझे इसके बारे में मतलब बेसिक भी इतना पता नहीं है. प्रवीण जादव बोल रहा हूँ सर.
प्रवीण जी ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. मैं today also we will cover only the karaka things. Okay, so don't worry. But whatever I will teach, this is now your duty for next 1 week. Just think on these things. Okay, I'm not saying to write or practice on charts. You don't need any practice like this. Okay, so whatever I'm teaching you today, just think about this for next 5-6 days. That's it. This is your homework.
Okay, sir.
So I will teach only 3 things today. Very simple things, but these are very important for timings. Okay, the rest of other things like what is karaka, and see, for every houses we have more than 108 karakas. Okay, so all these karakas you have to make list, because you will not find the information about these karakas in single book. Okay, so I will share you one Excel sheet with you all. Okay, I will show you. Ravi ji, please unmute yourself. Ravi, why? Can you unmute?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you are saying, I thought it's all about timing of events. So when will you start on timing of? Do you know what I'm talking about right now? I'm talking about karakas. Okay, and this is a part of timing of event. Okay, so that's why I'm requesting once again, this whatever I'm teaching, just focus on those things. Okay, if I'm telling about karakas, so this is important for the timing of event. Okay, that's why I'm asking, na, everybody is aware of karakas or not, because I want to understand these things with you. Okay, so we are doing timing of events. Okay, so don't worry, just be with class. Okay, so when will you start on timing of it? Don't ask these kind of questions, because you are only on this class, so we are studying only timing of events. And I think everybody has gone through this course content. So in course content, I have clearly mentioned karakas. Okay, this is a part of our course. Yes. So you all can. Everybody is still joining.
Good morning, Vinayak sir.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Jubilee. Neeraj, can you share any chart, any example chart?
Okay, yeah, answer.
Any random chart. Okay, you can take anybody's chart. And also, see, some of you are from South India, so you are following the South Indian format of horoscope. Okay, so we will show you both charts. whenever we discuss about horoscopes, but try to practice on both format, north and south. Okay. So you don't need any books for this timing of event. Okay, because I think everybody is having these DPHS and Phaladipika. These books are enough. Okay, so the sutras, the rules which I will teach, I will share you notes. So don't worry. See, this is one simple horoscope. Okay, so whenever any horoscopes comes to you and you start analyzing the horoscope, so the first thing, see, there are a lot of steps. Like first we have to see the panchang elements and then see lagna and then position of moon. Like this, we have many things. Okay, but let's start with any specific area. Okay, so let's say children. Okay, so if you want to predict anything about children's or the timing of events for the childbirth and all, okay, especially related to the children. So first, what you need to see, first thing is very important, that is karak planet. Okay, so for every events we have karakas. Okay, so I will share you one Excel sheet with you all, and also I will upload this Excel sheet in thinkific.com, so you can download this Excel sheet from there, and also I will share in the chat section. Okay, so I have prepared some list of karakas. You can add your own. Okay, so the karaka for children is Jupiter. I think everybody know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, karaka for children is Jupiter. So the first thing, whenever anybody asks you question like, okay, tell me about child or children or the timing of birth of children. Okay, so the first thing you all should see is karak planet for all events. For marriage, you have to see Venus. For vehicle, you have to see again Venus. For health, you have to see Sun, Surya. For disease, you have to see Saturn. Like this. Okay, like this for every event we have Karaka planet. Okay. So the first important thing is you have to see Karak. If that Karak is afflicted, then that person will face difficulty in that particular area. I am saying difficulties. This is the first point. Okay. So if Karak planet is afflicted, so we will say yes, this particular event for this native, he will face lot of difficulties. This is the first point. Okay. In second step, what you have to do is you have to see the concerned house from the lagna. Okay, like suppose we are dealing with children, so Karak planet is Jupiter, and the house that represent children is fifth house. Okay, so we have to see fifth house from lagna. Lagna means ascendant. Neeraj, can you show that South Indian chart also? Okay, Jupiter and fifth house from lagna. So in this horoscope, you can see lagna is Virgo. Okay, and fifth house sign is Capricorn. Venus is situated in the Capricorn sign. Okay, and the Karaka planet Jupiter is in Sagittarius, fourth house. Okay, so our first rule is we have to see Jupiter. So see where this Jupiter is placed and how many planets are aspecting Jupiter. Like this, you have to consider first factor. Okay, So in this chart, I think everybody can understand Jupiter is in its own sign, Sagittarius, in Kendra. Okay. Any planet aspecting Jupiter?
Saturn.
Saturn is aspecting Jupiter. So now, how Rahu will aspect? Rahu is not aspecting, no?
No, ninth aspect.
Uh,
Oh no
No,
no. It's okay.
Rahu is not aspecting, no?
Only Saturn.
Only Saturn. Okay. Now, this is very basic question everybody is facing. Like, now for this ascendant, see, Saturn is malefic, everybody knows. So, generally, we consider whenever Saturn put any aspect, so that will create trouble. Okay, that is a general statement. But you never apply this statement as it is. You have to consider some other factors also. Okay, so in this case, you have to see whether this Saturn is functional, benefic, or malefic. If this Saturn is a functional malefic, then it will create trouble. Okay, so in this chart, Saturn is functional benefic or malefic? Can anybody tell me?
It's
Neutral.
benefic.
Benefic. So Saturn, and also Saturn is the lord of fifth house. That we are analyzing children, no? Children we see from the fifth house. Saturn is the lord of fifth house also, and that same Saturn is aspecting Jupiter. Okay. Yeah. So this Jupiter is not afflicted, not 100% afflicted, but still we can see affliction. But I am not covering that part today. Okay. I am just covering very basic things today. Okay. So as we move in our classes, then you will see this Jupiter is afflicted, but not with Saturn, with some other factor. So that we will study. But for now, just accept this Jupiter is not afflicted, even though Saturn is aspecting third aspect. Still, Jupiter is not afflicted. Is it clear? Okay. So first factor is we have to see Karaka planet, and then now see the fifth house. Okay, fifth house is Capricorn sign, Saturn, that is located in second house. That also exalted Saturn. Okay, Saturn exalted means Saturn is in Libra sign. Okay, and Venus is in fifth house. Venus is benefic planet for the ascendant, also ninth house lord. Kendra lord is in Kendra. Okay, so overall, what is your conclusion? Tarak planet and fifth house is okay.
So
Any
there's
doubt?
also a parivartana, right? So
Yes.
it is good.
It's
So
it's-
one thing, Saturn is malefic for Virgo, right? Functional
No.
malefic.
No. Saturn is not functional malefic. Saturn is for this Virgo ascendant, it will become benefic until and unless if same Saturn is in fourth house, then it will become malefic. Okay. So yeah, only for this understanding I am taking this example. Okay. Why? See, Saturn have two signs. Okay, Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay, Mool Trikona sign of Saturn is Aquarius, that is falling in sixth house. Okay, so we say yes, Mool Trikona sign falls in sixth house, so this planet is malefic for the ascendant. This is right. Okay, but
Right.
parallelly, in Trikona, Capricorn sign is falling. Okay, so you have to give more importance on the priority. First, Lagna, Trikona, you have to consider like this. Okay, so if you have to compare between Trikona and 3, 6, 11, so you have to give importance first Trikona and then 3, 6, 11. Okay, but suppose if the same Saturn is in fourth house, then it will become malefic. Why? Because from fourth house it will aspect Aquarius. So it will favor Aquarius sign more as compared to Capricorn. Then in that case, situation will change. Am I right? So by any position, if Saturn is influencing Aquarius sign, then only it will create problems for this Lagna. Otherwise, rest of other position, Saturn will favor more for the Capricorn sign. Okay. Now someone is asking question, if Saturn sits in his own house, sixth house, Aquarius, then also problem? Yes. Then also it will create problem, but now it depends on which area. Okay. Now in this, like when we study about the timing of events, then you will realize how to identify in which area it will create trouble, in which area it will create benefit. Okay. Now the problem is, suppose if the same Saturn is in sixth house, so sixth house shows multiple things. Okay, so only by the position of sixth house Saturn, you can't say all significations of sixth house will destroy. You have to judge, no? You have to see. There are some significations Saturn will give benefits, and there are some significations in which Saturn will show malefic result. Now, how will you decide? How will you decide these things? That thing we will teach you. Okay, so from now onward, never say if any planet is sitting in any house, it will destroy that house. That is a wrong statement every time. Okay, you have to judge. You have to pinpoint that particular area in which Saturn will create problem. Okay, now how to judge that? How to select a specific significations from complete house? That thing we will teach. Okay, but before in order to learn that particular topic, you all should have command on these karakas. Okay, if you don't know karakas, then it will be difficult for you to judge the result on that particular house. Okay, why? I will tell you. In sixth house also shows accident, sixth house shows death, sixth house shows disease, sixth house also shows operation, like minor operations, minor injuries. These all things sixth house shows. But Saturn only signify disease. If you talk about death is signified by Mars, not Saturn. Okay, if Saturn is in sixth house, so it will promote the health problem, but not death. Are you getting my point? But in same chart, if Mars is also afflicted and aspecting Mars or connected with the sixth house, then the same Saturn will also create trouble in death.
So you're saying Mars will signify death. That is because it is Marka for Virgo, right?
No death. Debt,
Death.
karja,
Oh, death. Okay, got
debt.
it.
Okay, karja. Okay, so like this, every house shows multiple significations, and for those significations, we have karaka. Okay. Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will share this Excel sheet with you all. Just by heart this Excel sheet. Okay, so this is not a big task. You can do it. So just memorize this. Like for every, see, I have selected some of significations which we need in our day-to-day life, like prediction. When some client approaches you for the horoscope analysis, so at least these significations you must memorize. Okay. So in Excel sheet, you can see first column is about house, second column is about significations, third column is about planet. Okay. Let's say short journeys. Okay. Short journeys, third house. Okay. Third house shows short journeys. Now the karaka for short journey is moon. This is equally important because third house shows many other things also. But when you want to predict about journey, na, so at particular dasha or at particular activated house, third house and moon both should be connected. Then only journey takes place. Suppose if not moon, if some other planet, like suppose third house Mars is connected. Okay, then it will show courage, not journey. Okay, so that's why these Karak planets are important because this Karaka planet will help you to pick that particular event from that house. Okay, like for example, third house also shows siblings. Now the Karaka planet is different, Mars. If third house is afflicted, Mars is also afflicted. Then we can say yes, you will not enjoy the happiness of siblings. Okay, you can also say courage factor is missing in this chart. Okay, you will not take any initiate because third house and Mars both are affected. So in same manner, you have to pick every Karaka planet. Okay, with that particular house. And whenever you see affliction in these both parts, then you can clearly assume yes, problem related to that area. If third house is afflicted and that Mars is not afflicted, then no problem in that sibling part. Okay, maybe some minor problem, but not major. The major problem he will face on that area whose Karaka planet is affected. Okay, so like this, when you know the every possible Karaka planet for that house, then only you can judge that particular event. Okay. Now, if anybody have any confusion, whatever we have talked till now, they can ask.
Uh, so in the chart that Neeraj sir was showing, right? So Mars was in second house, so it was aspecting fifth house, which is of children. So will it afflict that?
Okay, let's talk about that chart. Neeraj, can you share that chart again? Yes. So now Mars is aspecting fifth house, and that
Yes.
Mars is with Saturn. Okay, and Mars having a fourth aspect. Okay, now you have to see for this ascendant Mars is malefic or benefic. It will give you clue. Okay.
It's malefic for Virgo, right?
Yes.
Mars is.
Yes, malefic. Okay. So now you have two things. Okay. So like Mars is aspecting now. This is see some Mars is afflicting, but Saturn is in good position. Venus also is in good position in the fifth house. Now fifth house have more influence of benefic as compared to malefic. Okay, this is just a rough idea. Okay, but I will teach you also one technique in through which you can uh, understand the strength of planet. Okay, and then you have to decide the actual outcome. But for now, you can just understand fifth house is having more benefit as compared to malefic. Is it okay?
Sir, won't Mars be neutral in
Why
this
neutral?
chart?
Why neutral?
So it's sitting in the second house.
No, it's not neutral.
So could you explain?
Just a second. See, any planet, okay, any planet 3, 6, 11, okay, they will act as a malefic. Okay, first point. Second, 159 will always benefit for that particular chart. Okay, but anyhow, suppose if 3, 6, 11, in this 3, 6, 11, if any mool trikona sign is falling, that will be act as a more malefic. Okay, but in this case, like in this example, you can see Saturn's mool trikona sign falls in the 6th house. Okay, so as per our rule, we have to consider Saturn as a malefic. But Saturn's one sign is also falling in the 5th house. Okay, that is Trikona. So Saturn is showing both malefic and benefic, but we have to give more preference to the Trikona. Okay, now in this chart, 3, 6, 11, you can see 3rd house lord is Mars. First point, okay. Also 8th house lord, where mool Trikona sign of Aries sign is a sign of Mars, na? And Mars is also aspecting 8th house. So Mars is carrying the energy of both 3rd and 8th. And now whenever Mars aspect 5th house, so it will transfer the energy of 3rd and 8th both to the 5th. Okay. And whenever 3rd and 8th energy goes to any particular house, so it will create trouble. Okay, so Mars here will not act as a neutral, it will act as a malefic one. Is it clear?
Sir,
Sir,
I
is there
have
a-
one,
Okay,
I
sir.
have one question also, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, I have one question, please.
Yes.
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
Boli. Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, as sir, Mars is almost 30 degrees. Sir. It is 29 degrees 40 minutes.
Hmm.
So, sir, will it also, besides it is the Lord, sir, but will it also give the effect of conjunction with Ketu, or it will give
No.
effect of conjunction with?
Now see, I will make it very simple. Let's keep it very simple. Okay. Don't include
Okay,
degree
sir.
for now.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so we will discuss about degree and all nakshatra and all. We will come to that part. Okay.
Ji, sir. Okay.
Suppose if I take all these things in today's class, no, it will create trouble for all other people.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Okay, sir.
just keep it simple. Okay.
Yes.
So, assume Mars is in second house only.
And sir, what about Kendradipati dosh, sir? Will that be there?
Kendradipati dosh, all things will be applicable. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But
Okay, sir.
we are talking with reference to the 5th house. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And we are talking like how many affliction we can expect in the 5th house in this chart. Okay,
Okay,
that
sir.
thing only we have to. Okay. Rest of other
Okay.
factors you have to consider as it is.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Neti, you can unmute.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I have two questions here. I want to be clear of the definition of the word afflicted.
Yeah.
I mean, we use that word a lot here, so I'm not necessarily clear on how to define afflicted.
See,
So
afflicted means if any malefic influence. Okay.
Okay.
Malefic influence means influences which comes from the malefic planet.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose if any malefic two influence, 3 influences are going to any particular house. Okay, so that house we say afflicted.
Okay. That's. I just wanted to make sure I understood.
Yeah.
So
And see,
to define.
this affliction is on different levels. Okay, affliction we can expect from aspect. First point. Okay. Affliction also we can expect from debilitation sign. Okay. Affliction also we can expect if planet is placed in 6, 8, 12. Like this, we have different things. Okay. But affliction means in broad sense, malefic influence on that particular house.
Okay, so let me just clarify for myself. A malefic influence, and it can come from an aspect, a conjunction, or whatever.
Yeah.
Am I
So all these rules we will study. Okay, one by one.
Oh, yeah, but
Okay,
we keep using that
see,
word.
before, if you don't understand these things, na, then it will be difficult for us to time an event. Okay, that's why in my presentation I will cover all these things. Okay, so how will you judge affliction? How will you judge the strength of planet? So I will
Yeah.
teach all these things.
Yeah, I agree with that, sir. I just want to make sure I'm clear on the definition
Yes.
of the word that you're using.
Yeah.
So it's a malefic influence, and it can come from multiple sources. But the
Yes.
key, I'm sorry that because of the language, I'm trying to make sure that I understand. It is a malefic influence on a particular planet or a particular house. Am I correct in my understanding?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay, so that's the first question. And the second question that I had is that when you say we're looking at children, is that the same as ability of an individual to get pregnant, or is that the ability of an individual, their children that exist, or the ability to get pregnant?
Both things. Fifth house will
Okay.
show both things. Okay.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
but there are different variations. Okay, so when you think, so you will realize like fifth house will also show the pregnancy part. Okay, children part. Fifth house will also show the relationship between you and your children. Both
Okay.
can be both we can analyze. We can do analysis on the same house. Okay, but the approach is different.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
but in nutshell, you can say yes. Fifth house will show the ability of pregnancy.
Okay.
Okay,
Because those are two
so
different things. There to
yeah,
become
there are two
pregnant
different
and
things.
to, okay.
Yes, there are two, but both things you have to see from same house.
Okay. Thank
But
you,
the
sir.
approach is different, and that approach we will study.
How we determine that, whether you're pregnant or children, how we look at that will be different.
Yes,
Am I
yeah,
understanding?
that will be different. So that we will study.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.